People are still just as childish in college as they were in high school. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is a college advice series or video, more so just for my freshmen. If you're a sophomore, junior, or senior, you know how this stuff goes. But my heart really goes out to those freshmen that are going to college for the first time and have no idea what to expect. And then on top of that, it's a pandemic. I think that's so unfortunate. So I kind of wanted to just put together a few tips or like pieces of advice to help you guys have a good semester. So if you find these tips helpful, go ahead and hit that subscription button, like and comment as well, and let me know what you guys want to see. It'll help me out a ton. My first piece of advice is it is okay to be by yourself in college. I feel like in high school, everybody has this like idea that like, oh, if you go to the bathroom, you have to have a group of people with you, or if you go here or there, you always have to have someone with you. In college, everybody's kind of on their own vibe, they're doing their own thing, and it's totally normal to go eat by yourself, to go to class by yourself. It is okay to not have a ton of friends in college because everybody's going at their own pace. With that being said, my second tip is to go out of your way and make friends. And this isn't just because you want somebody to hang out with at lunchtime. This is more so for when you don't feel like going to class, or when you feel sick, or maybe you can't make it to an exam. You want to have somebody that you trust, or somebody that's in your classes that will be able to help you out, whether that's giving you notes or filling you in on what you missed. College is really a group effort, okay? It takes a village. It's hard to do it by yourself, so I strongly recommend getting to know a few people in your classes. And I know you guys are virtual this semester for some of you, and you can still do that through social media and getting to know them offline. I highly recommend getting to know at least a few people that are in your classes, because this is more so for you. For those of you that are on campus, I would say go ahead and join a ton of organizations. Try and be as active as possible and involved as possible in college. When you go and graduate, people look at your resume and they will be so shocked that you were the president of the rowing club, or you were in a sorority or a fraternity. Grades really aren't everything. Anybody can get good grades, but I think it really shows when you're able to balance good grades and activities. So my advice is to really find out what your passions are, because I feel like college is the best place to try out different things and kind of figure out who you really are at the end of the day. I always wish somebody had told me this before I went to college. The drama does not stop in high school. I hate to break it to you. I hate to be the one to tell you, but people are just as dramatic. People are just as gossipy in college as they are in high school. It is just so upsetting. Because I feel like when I went to college, like at least my first day, I was like,
oh my gosh, like I'm grown. Everybody hears about their bag. Like everybody's focused on school and becoming something.
No, there's still going to be the same people that talk mess. There's going to be drama. There are going to be people arguing. People are still just as childish in college as they were in high school. So my tip is to focus on yourself. As I mentioned earlier, find a good group of genuine people to hang around. I can say for myself, the last semester of my senior year, or the last year of college in general, was such a mess because of the organization I decided to join. But I can tell you guys right now, the people that I met during that process were the reason why I think I enjoyed even a little bit of my senior year, because they were so sweet. I still keep in touch with them to this day. When you find a good group of people, it will go such a long way, and it'll make college even that much better for you, because you'll feel not only comfortable, but you'll feel like you have a support system even if you are away from home. One of my other tips is for my students that commute. For my people that commute, I feel you. My freshman year, I lived in the dorms. My sophomore year, I had like apartments, same with my junior year. And then my senior year, I decided to commute from home. So I did a little bit of everything. And so for those of you that are commuting to campus, plan out your commute in advance. Do not wait till the first day of school to make that drive. I can only say from my personal experience, but living in the Bay Area, even though my house was only like 30 miles from campus, it would take me 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours to get to school. So for those of you that will be driving, make sure you practice your commute in advance. And also, if you can avoid parking on the physical campus, it'll be easier to get in and out. I know for me, I got like a parking pass for this church that was nearby, and that saved me so much time, because when I was already running late in the morning, I was able to save an extra 10-15 minutes by not having to go into the parking garage and find a place to park. Another good piece of advice is to work while you're in college, even if you don't necessarily need the money. I think working in college was like something good for me because it teaches you again how to multitask, how to balance, and it gives you a little bit of cash on the side because people are going to want to go places, you're going to eat out a ton, and so any little bit of like extra cash you have laying around is going to be so beneficial. Speaking of jobs, if you are able to get hired on campus, that is even better. I know for me, I worked as like a student assistant. That was perfect because it was like I work on campus, I go to class on campus, and then I go home. You can find maybe an internship or something within your major, that's even better. Nonetheless, if you can find some type of employment in college, it'll help you out a ton. And for those of you who may have loans, this is definitely something that can help you get ahead when you do graduate and have to pay it all back. Another piece of advice is to not stress. I know it's so simple to tell somebody like don't stress out, but to be honest with you, college is what you make of it, and it's not going to be too much different than high school. Yes, you will have more freedom. Yes, you'll have a little bit more free time. But at the end of the day, you need to go into college with an open mind because it'll make it so much easier for you. I feel like for me, I tried to be like over prepared. I was buying all of these things. I had this preconceived like idea of what college was like, and it was completely different. Every school is going to be different. Everybody's experience is going to be different. So if possible, just be open-minded. Do not stress about it. You will have an amazing semester. Follow these tips and you'll be okay. Now, this tip is more towards my ladies and my sneakerheads, wherever you are. You do not need to bring every pair of shoes you own. I remember I brought like heels, I brought tennis shoes, I bought flip-flops, I bought sandals, and I wore the same tired Vans every day to class. You will realize that nobody really gets like done up to go to class. Like people roll out of bed in pajamas, in sweatpants, in Birkenstocks. People don't even comb their hair. So you do not need a million pair of shoes. Be mindful of what you pack because as you're in school, you're going to be buying and getting more things. So when it comes to move out day, you're going to have 1,700 bins of shoes and sneakers and heels that you don't even need. Take it from somebody who knows. I had to make like 2 trips. I had my car packed to the brim because I had so many things that I had brought, thinking I needed all these outfits, knowing good and well I did not go anywhere. Now, this tip is for my virtual freshmen who will be at home this semester. Make sure you have a designated workspace. It is so hard to stay focused when you've got your bed and your laptop because you are going to be slumped in the bed, not paying attention to class, not on a routine. Definitely keep a schedule. Even though you're not physically in the dorms, you're still in college and you need to keep that mindset because the second you slip up is when everything will fall through the cracks, okay? So I recommend maybe getting some type of small desk or work area that is not your bed or not your couch so that you don't feel super comfortable and you stay focused during the day. My last piece of advice is to not watch a million of these videos on YouTube. Now, that does not mean click off of this video because you already got to the end. Your college experience is going to be so much different than mine and everybody else's, and you need to just let it happen and don't get too stressed out and expect it to be just as I described or as any other YouTuber. This is your experience. Make sure you live it up and have an amazing time. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Those of you who are college freshmen, good luck this semester. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I'd love to answer more of your guys' questions. Subscribe, like, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Don't let it go, let it go. Don't let it slip.